everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about 7 tips for safely parking a car. I'll be showing you and going over 7 specific things that you should keep in mind and do when parking a car. These things will keep you and the other drivers, animals, people, and objects around you safe. So let's get right into the video. Number 1 is to assertively pick a spot. Now, what you don't want to do is drive through a parking lot, and yes, you can look for spots. Of course, that's part of the game. It's the name of the game. When you're parking your car, you're looking for a spot, but you want to assertively choose one. Meaning, when you're driving, you want to look for a spot and then pick a spot. What you don't want to do is this. I'll demonstrate right now. Now, I do apologize if the sunlight, I'm not sure how the lighting is going to be, okay? But, I'm doing my best over here. So, yeah, okay. It's going to be pretty tough, so I'm going to I'll go this way. We'll make it a little bit easier. We'll go this way, over here. When I'm driving and I'm ready to park my car, what I don't want to do is drive and say, I'm going to go in this spot. Oh no, I'll choose this spot instead. And you choose a different spot. You don't want to be between 2 spots going back and forth. That's what creates a horrible problem. That's what causes accidents. So you want to be assertive in how you're picking your spot. Does that mean that like I said, does that mean that you can't look for a spot? No, of course you can look for a spot. However, you want to be assertive in choosing that spot. When you choose a spot, park in it, okay? Number 2 is scan the parking lot. When you're parking your car, you don't want to just drive and assume that no one's in the parking lot. Parking lots are unpredictable. That's why they are a big spot for accidents to happen. You want to scan the parking lot, look for how many cars there are. Okay, look for where it seems to be packed, where there are lots of people looking for spots, aka usually the front of the parking lot closest to the store or the mall. That's the realistic factor of it, okay? You want to look for pedestrians. Are there any pedestrians? Look for any dogs, any stray animals, because you know what? Believe it or not, depending on where you live, there might be animals that are running loose in the parking lot. Look for kids, look for adults, look for anything, okay? You need to scan the parking lot. And make sure, you're scanning everywhere. You need to do that to be safe. Number 3 is move slowly. You need to move slowly. I've seen so many people going through a parking lot just, no, that's so dangerous. That's so dangerous. People are reversing out of spots. People are reversing into spots. People are walking in between cars. Drive slowly, don't go fast in a parking lot. It's so dangerous. And you are so obnoxiously inconsiderate for doing that, for the safety of yourself and for others. Drive slowly in a parking lot, okay? Move slowly. It's a parking lot. And don't expect other people to move fast either. Sometimes people are honking at others because the other person is doing the safe thing, which is moving slowly, okay? You should not be driving fast in a parking lot or even at a regular speed. Move slowly. Number 4, look all around when parking. This is super important. Let's say that I am forward parking or reverse parking, okay? When you are parking in any direction, you need to look all around. So let's say I'm pulling up to a spot and I'm going to be reverse parking, okay? So I'll pull up to this spot. It's a little bit tighter, so I'll go over here. I'm going to forward park first. So I'm going to signal, check my mirrors, check my blind spot, and I'm looking all around as I'm parking. Just like that. I'm looking everywhere as I'm parking. Now I can come to a complete stop, and I can park the car. Look everywhere when you're parking, even when you're reverse parking. Let's say I'm driving here, and I'm going to be reversing into a spot. There's a little bit more space here, so I can do it like this. So let's say I'm going to be reversing into a spot. I signal, I line up my car to reverse, put the car in reverse. I'm looking everywhere, and this person's flying through all the parking spots. Don't do that. She just drove through like 40 parking spots right down the middle. Don't do that. That is horrible. Lady, I don't know who you are. I don't want to see who it is in case I know them. So I will say that don't do that. You can see I'm looking all around when I'm reverse parking. When you're done, put the car in park. Look everywhere when parking. Once again, I'm going to say this one more time because I'm super unimpressed. If the parking lot is completely empty, I understand when I see people driving through spots over the lines, but I'm parking my car and you're driving through the spots behind me, literally through the parking spot that I want to park into. You're just flying right through it. Who gave you your license? Well, I don't understand. You know, we should go tell her right now. I should go tell her, listen, go watch some of my videos because I think you need a couple lessons. That's the reality of it, okay? Don't do that. Anyways, enough of a tangent. So I said look all around when parking, which is number 4. Number 5 is avoid packed parking zones. Okay. I go to the mall quite often. I live in Toronto, Ontario, in Canada. There's a very popular mall. I specifically live in a place called Etobicoke. There's a popular mall in Etobicoke. I'm there all the time. If you live in Etobicoke, you probably see me at the mall, okay? Like literally, I'm always there with my family. We love going there. Lots of things to see, lots of things to do. At the front of the mall, at the front of the parking lot closest to the mall, it is jam-packed and like everyone's trying to find a spot there. And I go to the back and I park all the way at the back. It takes me 10 seconds to pick a spot because there's every spot available. And we get exercise because we walk to the mall. So we stay relatively fit, okay? Avoid the packed parking zones. If you see a part of the parking lot is packed, just don't go there. Don't park there. Let everyone else get into near accidents. You can go and safely park somewhere else. Avoid packed parking zones. It'll really keep you safe. I've never had a close call in the parking lot, and I attribute that at least 50% to me just going all the way to the back of every parking lot. I always park furthest. You know when you see that random car all the way at the edge of the parking lot, you're like, it stands out because it's the only car there. I always do that. So, I mean, literally, like, that's me. And I attribute at least half of that to half of me not getting into near accidents, to that, okay? So, yeah, that's half the battle, okay? Avoid packed parking zones. Number 6, I just saw the person who did that over there, who drove behind me, and they waved their hand saying sorry. So at least that's okay, you know, it's all good. They know they did something wrong. They were in a rush, obviously, to get somewhere. It's not the end of the world. So it's all good. It's all good. Let's put it behind us, everyone. Don't tell her to go watch my videos. Maybe I'll tell her anyways because I could appreciate the subscriber. Okay, number 6 is use your mirrors when reversing to see the sides of your car. If I'm reversing into a spot, let me line myself up here. If I'm reversing into a spot, okay? If I'm reversing into a spot, it's important to look all around, okay? And look everywhere, through all of your windows and your rear windshield. However, your mirrors will specifically show you the sides of your car. So when I'm lining up my car with the parking spot, my mirrors are going to show me the sides of my car so I can line it up properly. So use your mirrors to show you the sides of your car. Last but not least, I'm sorry, this video is dragging on. It took a lot longer because probably my tangents, speaking about random things. But what are you going to do? Still gave you some good tips. Number 7, last but not least, is number 7, which is use other cars as a guide to help you judge the depth of the parking spot. So what I'll do is I'll drive over here, and I'm going to park beside a car over here, okay? So as I'm parking, if I was reverse parking or forward parking, as I'm parking, let's get the sun out of my face, there we go. As I'm parking, I can use this car as a guide to help me figure out roughly how deep I can go with my car, okay? Does that mean that it's a guarantee that I can line my mirrors up with this car and I'm not gonna hit anything, I'm not gonna be too far forward or too far back? No, of course not. But it's a good depth guide to help me figure it out. So I need to use my own judgment of space and distance and depth plus this car. So you can use the car to help you figure out your depth of parking. That's it. Those are 7 tips for safely parking a car. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.